Hello, my name is Ebede Onyinye, Edelqueen. I'm here to talk about quality assurance and assessment in teaching and learning. Quality, according to Quality Digest 2001, is the ongoing process of building the relationship by assessing, anticipating, and fulfilling stated and implied needs. So quality is an ongoing something. It's not what you do and achieve at a particular moment. It's an ongoing thing. And everybody desires quality. In whatever you do, you desire quality. In business, people desire quality and they try to make their products of good quality. Because if they don't have good quality, they will not have enough customers. In education as well, quality is desired because education is the bedrock of development in every country. Quality assurance in education, according to Jordan 2013 page 11, is the process of monitoring, assessing, and evaluating all aspects of education and communicating the outcome to all concerned so that improvement will be made in education process. I'm going to talk about quality assurance in primary education. Primary education, according to National Policy on Education 1998, page 13, is the type of education given to children of the age bracket 6 and 11 plus. Then this quality assurance, who are supposed to ensure that there is quality in education? Many people, everybody is what concerns everybody. Everybody is supposed to participate in ensuring quality in education. We have the government. The quality assurance agents. The teachers, parents, the community. The government needs to ensure quality in education by providing all that is required for teaching and learning. They provide the infrastructure, the school, the classrooms, the laboratories, the clinic in the school. All those they also employ the teachers in order for us to have quality teaching and learning. Then the quality assurance agency, that the people who supervise to make sure that all are in place, that the government provide what they're supposed to provide, and that the teachers do their work accordingly. Then we have the teachers. The teachers ensure that they teach according to the curriculum and that they make the children to be able to perform well and be able to be compared with other children in other parts of the world. And their parents too, their work is that they have to send their pupils their children to school. And you know that in Nigeria, primary education is free, so the parents don't need to pay. They only have to make sure that their children go to school. Then the community where the school is situated, their work is to make sure that the school is secured and the property in the school are not vandalized by them. Then, what are the quality standards for the primary education? In primary education, according to National Quality Standard for Primary Schools, these are what are supposed to be achieved by a graduate of primary school. A graduate of primary school should be able to adapt to his or her changing environment. Secondly, exhibit patriotism, fairness, understanding, and tolerance. Have moral values instilled. Then they need to have respect for constituted authority. Have foundation in permanent literacy and numeracy. They also have the ability to communicate in mother tongue or the language of the immediate environment, and be able to go further in education or learn a trade or craft that is in the environment. These are some of the quality standards for primary education. Then school requirements for quality assurance. What are those things that school require in order to perform well according to the standard that the National Quality Standard for Primary Education has stated? They have school requirements for quality assurance. The school requires the following in order to ensure quality: curriculum relevance, infrastructure, qualified teachers, funding, so these are some of the requirements for quality assurance in the school. Curriculum relevance. The school requires the curriculum that is relevant to the happenings in the society. They require to use the curriculum that will make their children to meet up with the changes in the society. And in order to make their curriculum relevant, the curriculum is supposed to be upgraded as often as possible. Then infrastructure. Without infrastructure, the school cannot function well. The school needs large classrooms to accommodate the pupils. They need clinic, playground, quality teaching instructional materials. All these are what the school need in order to ensure quality. Then qualified teachers. In Nigeria, for a teacher to be qualified to teach in primary school, he or she must have NCE, National Certificate in Education. Then funding. The school requires enough funding in order to manage the school properly and also to send the teachers on courses in in order to improve on themselves. In order to ensure quality, the schools usually encounter different challenges, and some of these challenges include inadequate infrastructure, lack of standard classroom size, and again large classrooms, lack of fund. Many schools don't have fund in order to carry out their activities. We also have large class size. In some of the schools, we have many pupils in a particular class, and that will not allow the teacher to get to know each of the child and their learning preferences. Another problem is the poor management of schools. Some schools are poorly managed by the management. Then how then do we know that a school has a good quality or not? In order to ascertain the quality of the school, we need to have assessment. We need to perform some assessment. So assessment in teaching and learning is the tool for measuring the quality of teaching and learning in the education system. And this assessment is done by observing and interacting with the pupils. Secondly, by having continuous assessment, and again comparing them with other schools and know their performance in external examinations. According to Federal Ministry of Education 2015, these are the objectives of learning assessment in Nigeria. Number 1, to determine how well students are learning in the education system with reference to the curriculum. Number 2, to determine whether there are particular strengths and weaknesses in students' knowledge and skills. 3, to determine whether particular groups of children perform poorly or exceptionally well. 4, ascertaining which factors are associated with students' performance. 5, monitoring trends of students' performance over time. Assessment can be national or continuous assessment. National assessment is the assessment of macro indicators of the entire system of education. These macro indicators include access to the school, enrollment, in infrastructure, and availability of instructional materials, and the level of fundings. While continuous assessment is the grading of the pupils, cognitive, affective, and psychomotor domains of their behavior. In conclusion, quality assurance in education system is very important because education is the bedrock of development of every country. For every country to develop, the country must give their children quality education, and to ensure quality is what everybody has to contribute to. It's not what a particular group of people are supposed to do. It's not left for the government alone. It's for everybody. Thank you.